Hey humans, it's been a while since I made one of these videos. In a hot second. um, no, I kind of been busy with my website, BeHumanNotAZombie.com. There's this practice section I've been making and just kind of like rearranging my website in general to make it kind of more fun and um, yeah. But this practice section, I have this like yoga and meditation sections, and um, they're kind of guided meditations and also like in-depth like kind of like tutorials on yoga, certain things that I do in my life that have helped me. So I like to share that there. um, but yeah, I don't really like to talk so much, so I don't really make too many of these unless I really have something to say or something just keeps like wanting to come out. But what I wanted to talk about is sleep, because so many people struggle with this. Um, and I know there's so many factors. So I'm not saying I know some cure for everything, but I do know one thing, and that is that if you don't know how to create space from your mind and slow down the thoughts, becoming the observer, then good luck ever sleeping well. Because if you want sleep, you have to totally be able to surrender and start becoming more of the space rather than the content that the the mind provides. Most people are very consumed in the content. They're always thinking, whether it's like about deep subjects or whatever. It's like they're always caught in thinking. They're constantly um, in content, they're watching content or they're creating content, and they're always just stuck in that cycle of content. And they never realize that the content is like a pop up. It's popping up constantly, content, but this content's coming up in this space. And a person who doesn't know how to meditate or hasn't realized that like the space is way more important than the content, especially if you want peace or to realize who you really are. Because if you can't sit and observe the content from a distance, you're always sucked into it, then it's always going to overtake you because you don't know how to disconnect from that. You can't let go. And if you want good sleep, you have to be able to surrender. You have to let go, because sleep happens when you stop controlling life. And most people are just trying to control life so badly, whether it's they want certain weather, they want the day to go a certain way for them. Um, they're constantly thinking about the future or the past. They're stuck in always the workings of the mind. It's constantly coming up and coming up and coming up. And if you don't spend substantial amount of time just observing, and every time you get consumed by it, you observe and again come back, then never will you get to a point where you can sleep well. Because how can you? You're always just in a frantic state of the content, and it's just coming up and coming up and coming up, and you don't know how to detach from it. So how the hell do you want to sleep after then? Because um, there's no stillness there. You don't know how to be still and silent and not just get consumed and reactive to everything, because you don't practice, and that just takes practice. You must learn how to sit still, even though everything's kind of annoying you. Things are coming up, thoughts are coming up, they want you to do things, they want you to react to things. Oh, there's deep insights. They need you to write down things. Oh, there's so many ways to make money that come up. Oh, so many ideas of all the things I can do and I need to do. I need to finish this project and make this appointment and uh, fix my car and such. But all this is just coming up and you're just getting sucked in. And you don't know how to get out of that because guess what? You don't practice. You don't, you haven't ever realized for yourself that there's a way to slowly slow that down and and creating a little bit of space from each thought. And even if it comes and there's like a sneaky thought that wants you to get involved, and it's like, oh, it's so exciting. Tomorrow is this, I'm getting a new bicycle and it's going to be so awesome riding that bicycle um, and I'm going to go so fast. And don't get me wrong, those are cool to get excited about future things, right? Like I used to get excited about so many things, especially as a kid, right? Because it's like it, the anticipation is really cool. But if you want peace in life, then you got to take the moment when it comes. So yes, you're going to have a bicycle maybe tomorrow. It's coming in the mail. But if you get stuck in the patterns of the mind, like, oh, what am I going to do with that bicycle? Oh, it's going to be so fun. I could ride with my friends. All these thoughts just start coming up. And guess what? You will never be able to sleep well if that's how you live your life. And I'm not saying you can't get excited about things. Enjoy that excitement. But what I'm trying to tell you and share with you is that you need to learn, even when this excitement is there, you have this tool of sitting down and slowing the mind down, allowing it to just slowly subside and thoughts become a little, you create a little bit more distance from the thoughts, and then from there they no longer have as much power over you, and the more they subside, the less engagement you have in them, especially during the night. You start letting go more and more and more, and you surrender and you become kind of like the space. um, that's when sleep happens, and good sleep happens. And I can tell you directly from my experience, I sleep really well now. Sometimes I still wake up during the night and such, but it's never a big deal because I go back to sleep pretty easily, and I'm not consumed in the stories of tomorrow, because I practice. But that's just me, anyways. Of course, some people have all sorts of sleeping disorders and such, so I'm not saying this is going to cure everything, but if you are serious and want to live a life that's more relaxed, then you better start putting some attention on just allowing the mind to do its thing, but you creating a space from it. And then it goes to the background. You don't even pay attention. You can focus more on other stuff. And then when you need to use it, you go and think about things. And then again, you take some time to create some space, because the mind's just going to constantly bombard you with anything. Like, it doesn't matter what, like, these new ideas, these problems that may arise in your business or whatever, and you're just going to be fighting fairy tale dragons when they're not even real. And that kind of sucks. So, yeah, try that out. Just give yourself some time to start observing what your mind does rather than just always needing to defend some idea or um, share quickly something with another person. Just take some time for yourself, and I promise it'll help you. Alrighty? Peace.